Are you serious? Are you serious, folks? What? Venezuela is preparing to go to war with the United States of America. This information just now coming out. Venezuela prepares for war with the United States with rifles, missiles, and well-oiled tanks. They are ready. According to reports, Venezuela's President Nicolas Maduro called on his nation's military leaders to prepare for war yesterday against the United States, days after the Trump administration had banned the Venezuelan officials from entering the nation. We have been shamelessly threatened by the most criminal empire that has ever existed, he said, and we have the obligation to prepare ourselves to guarantee peace, said Maduro, who wore, of course, this green uniform and a military hat as he spoke with his army, top brass, during a military exercise involving tanks and missiles. We need to have rifles, missiles, and well-oiled tanks at the ready to defend every inch of the territory if needs be, he added. The Trump administration has taken a hard stance against us. So, folks, what's happening here, obviously, is Nicolas Maduro is very upset, but he has driven his nation into the gutter. It's not by himself. He really inherited what Hugo Chavez had done, but he was in on it, okay? And that was to take a thriving nation like Venezuela that was doing so well and drive it right into the ground with super socialism, with communistic thug-like mentality. They stole from people. They stole their businesses. They stole their property. They killed people. They took things over. They robbed them. They robbed industries. They took over factories. They took over food distribution. They took over farms. They just did whatever they wanted to do whenever they wanted to do it. And ultimately, in the end, after a few years, and oh, by the way, they also made all the Venezuelan people give up their guns. That was prior to taking everything they had. Bit by bit, piece by piece, the corruption's off the charts. Look, I've had conversations with people that are from Venezuela, and they're heartbroken. And it's getting worse and worse. And so President Trump is just saying, look, it's out of control. Trump's administration has taken a hard stance against Maduro's regime by banning money lending to Venezuelan government or its state oil company. In other words, these guys are just they took over the oil industry. Look, folks, they went and took General Motors' factory, a massive automobile plant, and just took it. Just took it from General Motors, said it's ours. We'll take it from here. We'll make our own cars. You don't own it no more. We own it. I mean, this is what goes on here. It's insane. So, no, we don't want war with Venezuela. I don't know where he's getting that. But Venezuela's upside down and in serious trouble. And they can owe that to the communist regimes that Hugo Chavez worked with to bring this country, Venezuela, to its knees. And I feel so bad for the Venezuelan people, who are good people, who are really this is what happens, folks. Listen to me. Somebody tell Bernie Sanders. Somebody tell the Clintons. Somebody tell that Elizabeth Warren and all that crazy bunch that's on the left, that if you destroy America and American values and American free enterprise and American free markets and the Constitution of this great nation, and you go to global elitist and super socialistic ideology, this is what eventually happens, and it doesn't take long. Every nation that's ever went from capitalist to communist has collapsed in a disaster. It's happened every time. Give your life to Jesus Christ. This is part of the end time prophecies. And it could happen anywhere, folks, to any nation. anywhere to any nation.